All right. We're a little late starting the broadcast, but here we are. Oh, Francis goes around. We got some tracks, some cars going off track there. Trying to get a grip on everything. Oh, he's in the barrier. He's gonna have to back up a little bit. Looks like he gets going. All right, he's gonna hop straight into the pits there. That's gonna be a penalty for unsafe pit entry, guaranteed. Looks like we have Morgan out in the lead. Also currently has the fastest lap at a 54.68. Who we got? We got Richard Hibbs behind him with Sean Ryan right behind him. Sean's going to be looking to make some moves here. If Morgan finishes P1 or maybe even P2 the next couple races, he's pretty much got it in the bag. I don't think Sean can get to him. We got Joe Lee sitting in fourth. He has been moving as an amateur. I think he's been doing a lot of driving and some practicing because he is like a completely different driver than when he first joined us last season. Oh, we got Skylar up there again. Good to see Skylar running up in the top 5. Oh, Jimmy's here tonight. We got Jimmy. Good to see Jimmy back on here. Andrew and Dooley fighting out for 7th and 8th. Dooley just makes the pass. We're at Nurburgring, by the way. Oh, and of course, as soon as I look at Ken Chrisman, he goes through the gravel trap. Ryan Phillips 11th. So Ken Christmas is 10th because he went down. Raphael took the 9th spot. Got Ryan Phillips in 11th. Jeff Oakes in 12th, which is 3rd amateur. Jeff and Logan Key are fighting it out for the amateur lead currently. So both of them are going to be looking for a good finish here. And we got Mark, Roshana. Tiago's pretty far back. I wonder if he got caught up in something. Stephen Kelly's back there. Then there's Logan, Austin, Chris Schusler, and of course Francis had that spin and went through the pits. So we got a pretty decent race for the front. It looks like, I don't know if Morgan's really running away from him. Richard seems like he's keeping it fairly even. Sean's just kind of staying right there too. They are walking away from Joe Lee. We got Tiago trying to make a move on the inside there. Looks like Roshana was just using the space. He wasn't necessarily keeping it from him or anything, but Tiago's definitely gonna want to be making up some positions here. We're halfway through the sprint race. Then we'll have a 10-minute break, and then we'll go to a 45-minute feature. All right, Tiago gets around Roshana there. He's going to be moving up, and oh no! Stephen Kelly goes up the inside of Roshana, and they just barely touch. Logan just sneaks through there. Let's see if we can see that from a slightly different position here. This might be the same that's the same camera angle. I think that might, well, let's, where's my replay cam? Oh, here it is. All right, we're going to do a far chase. And we're going to look at the same thing again. That may be on Roshana there. I think he didn't know that Steven was coming up on him because he was quite a speed difference. Oh, no, what? It's almost like Steven just didn't turn in. That's a little odd. I think he was getting ready to turn in. I don't know if Rashana turned early, but Rashana was starting the turn in and Steven was still just kind of going straight. Oh, we got... What happened here? Jolie got around Sean? Oh, Sean... It says Sean crashed. Do you have an off track? What happened to Sean?
Thanks, Jeff.
It was a spin.
Had a spin.
2X.
No worries, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Down in the, I don't know what that corner's called, but yeah. Down in that banked corner that eventually ends up being a 180, but it's kind of long. So that's moving Jolie up. I don't think Jolie's in striking range in points. I could be wrong, but being third where the next one overall, where the next one down is 10th overall, Jolie could be looking at some serious points for the amateur division tonight. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be in the pro division next season. Just looking at the last couple performances he's had. Oh, we had Andrew crashed as well. Oh, just another... Man, that that barrier that splits pit lane is getting a lot of action. A lot of people are bumping that in their spins. He didn't hit it too hard, fortunately, but that's pretty rough. All right, here we go. Sean coming back up to Jolie. He's going to be fighting to get around him. We'll see how Jolie handles this. If he just lets him around, I'm not sure exactly what he's going to want to do. They're in different divisions, but everybody is racing for overall position, so you never know how it might play out. As the leaders have basically walked away from Jolie, and Sean was keeping up with him before, I'm sure Sean has the pace to get around him. But I don't know if he's going to give it up or not. And it may be hard to find a spot to do it. Hoping the drivers are enjoying the WEC layout instead of the Grand Prix layout.
Takes away one of the worst corners on the service.
Yeah. Helps a lot with chicanes and stuff. Some pretty rough chicanes. And that nasty hairpin, I don't know if it's kind of part of a chicane, but not really. There's just so many corners one right after another. Jolie seems to be doing a pretty good job of holding his line, keeping speed up. With only a couple minutes left, Sean's probably going to be looking to get a pass here to get the points, but there's no way he's going to be able to catch everyone else now that they're 6-7 seconds out. This is currently the closest race we got going on. Back in the back, we have Ryan Phillips chasing down Mark Rondeau, and Rondeau has no nose currently.
Yeah, I saw him spin right before he started the broadcast, and I'm surprised that wasn't a meatball. It hit pretty hard.
Yeah, it's pretty much as soon as I got the sim loaded, I saw him going off track. It looked like a pretty rough wreck.
Pretty bold of you to say back in the back, and that's almost the middle.
He's catching up to, looks like he's catching Ken right now too, with no nose. We're going to be coming down to, let's see, okay, the leader just started a lap. They're about a third of the way through. So this would be, is this last lap? This would be last lap, wouldn't it? Because it's going to go over.
Yeah, there's 45 seconds left currently.
Yeah. So currently white flag should be out right now.
Although we can't see it.
Yeah, although it never tells us that it is. We got to, oh, Tiago crashed. Uh-oh. Tiago might be having a rough night. I'm not sure what position he was in. Oh, that wasn't really a
crash anywhere.
That wasn't really a crash. It was a. He was in the first tight right-hander. The rear end started to go, and he got on the brakes so hard he basically stopped. So it counted it as a crash, or it thought it was a crash in SDK. I know the Merc has got really twitchy under hard braking zones like that in the last couple updates. Yep, here comes the finish. Morgan, looks like Morgan's gonna take it with Richard Hibbs right on his tail. It's pretty close race up there. We got Jolie coming around. Oh, and Sean went around. I wonder if he was trying to make a last-minute move on Jolie there. Let's have a look at that. Oh, nope, it was just coming off the curb around the last corner. The coming off the curb, the car just didn't like it and went around. Let's see, we got, is there anybody? There's Tiago. He's finishing in the pits, apparently. He's going into pit lane. Unless he's already, I don't know where he was on track. Maybe he's already got checkered flag. So we still got Logan Key, Austin Lauder, Rashana. So it looks like Logan's going to be taking 15th, Austin Lauder 16th, Rashana 17th. Stephen Kelly's coming around in the last little chicane there. Last turn. To take 18th. Chris Schuessler's going to come in 19th. And Francis is still out on track. Or no, Francis is finished because he was a lap down with that early incident and having to go to the pits. All right, so let's take a look at the results here for Heat 1, as we call it, the sprint race. I wonder if I could change that title in there. I probably could somehow. So we got Morgan taking the win with oh, hang on. I'm trying to be professional, but it's not working here. There we go. There's some music. So we got Morgan taking first with Hibbs in second. Jolie is the first amateur in third overall. Sean taking fourth. Brandon Dooley in fifth. Jimmy Hayden sixth. Raphael seventh. Skyler eighth. Mark Rondeau taking P2 for the AMs in ninth. And Ken Chrisman having third with 10 overall in amateurs. So that's it for our first little 15-minute sprint race. We have a 10-minute break, and we will be back for the 45-minute feature. And we're back. Rolling, starting to roll to get to the start. Well, here, I'll pop up the grid. We don't really need to see it because it was up. The results are the same as the grid for this race. Nothing gets flipped. How long of a pace lap do we have here?
It's pretty short. It's just around the last turn.
Ah. Oh, yeah, here's the little
S and then the last turn.
The S and then the last, yep. I'm going to pop back over to race here. And have Morgan lead the pack. And it looks like he's already on the gas. And we're away. Everybody filing in, not too bad. We'll see how it gets when we get down to the tight corner down here. We'll have a little gander through the field. See how... Ooh, that's a super wide angle on TV3. Oh, we got two people. Was that... Did I see Brandon in there?
Did we all make it through that?
There was a couple people that spun. Let's see. I see Logan crashed. What happened in here? I thought I saw Brandon Dooley going around, but... Oh, yeah, yep. Why didn't it show him as... I don't see him as being crashed. Oh, there it is. A bunch of stuff happened and pushed it off my screen. Oh, he just got into the back of Jimmy a little bit, and it accordioned everyone, and then he got bumped. That's unfortunate. Not a big incident, but unfortunate for him. That's never fun.
No, but luckily they get a pit stop, so could change up some strategy.
Yeah, that's true. So we got Morgan running, well, not really running away, but Morgan taking the lead for now. Richard Hibbs in second. Sean Ryan immediately taking that third back from Joe Lee. Let's see if he can strike back here. He's definitely going to want some positions. Now we got Jimmy up there in fifth, following Joe Lee, and Skyler making some moves, going up the inside to Jimmy. Doesn't quite get it there. They're kind of side by side. He's going to push him back on the outside. Yep, he's going to drop behind here. Maybe he can get back around on the inside coming up. No, not quite. It'd be hard to, after falling off like that, it'd be hard to get a run there. Almost put the nose up there, and I see, I think that was Andrew Storzum. Yeah, going around in the background. Let's have a look at that. I think it was a self-spin. I'm going to guess didn't like coming off the curb or something. Nope, it's just the Merc doing that twitchy underbrake scenario. Probably with also not completely warm tires. Further back, we got Mark Randell right on Tiago. I wonder if Tiago... Looks like he's been following Tiago, maybe? I'm not sure where they started. Whoa, I'm looking at the board and Tiago goes off track. I want to see a replay of that. Anybody watching would have saw it. Oh, he just touched the gravel and it sent him off. That's almost did a jump in the grass, too. That's a hell of a save to not die going through all that. Great recovery there. So now Mark Randell's on his own, but now Tiago's back. He's going to have to fight with Jeff Oakes. Richard has Sean hot on his heels. I don't know how close they were last race, as I missed the very beginning of it. But I'm going to guess they're going to be Having a battle. Oh, and it looks like Skylar got around Jimmy. Jimmy's trying to strike back now. Jimmy does well enough in the oval season. He needs to leave some for the rest of us on the road side. It's not fair to be this good at both things.
Something seems to be going on with Ryan's equipment.
Oh yeah, I see a bunch of incidents for Ryan. Currently, our biggest mover, it's early in the race, it's only been a couple laps, but our biggest mover, we have Francis back here, up 9 positions. Of course, he was a lap down at the end of the first race for having to go to the pits, so it looks like he capitalized on, he would have started last. He capitalized on some spins and things at the start there. Got a nice clean start, and suddenly he's up 9 positions. Oh, we got some racing going on right in front of him with Raphael, Jeff, and Tiago. Oh, and sudden, what? Jimmy's back there? What happened to Jimmy? Jimmy went off track. Let's have a... Oh, no! Oh, good job locking that down. Jimmy almost... I mean, he went for a wild ride, but he almost went for a really wild ride. Wow. Now we got a hell of a race pack going on here. Tiago and Jimmy are both pretty fast. And they're going to be looking to make some positions for sure. With Jeff Folks being amateur right in front of them, they're going to be wanting to try to get around him. It's a great 4-car pack here. Francis may be joining them as well. I don't know. We'll have to watch, see if he's gaining at all. Looks like they're currently gaining on Mark Rondeau as well. This is about to be like a 5 or 6 car pack. Tiago goes up the inside, looking for a pass on Jeff. Oh, Jeff's Porsche does Porsche things. It gets into Jimmy. No! And SDK tells me that Jeff crashed like 4 times. The Porsche just throws the rear out under braking, and Jimmy just had nowhere to go. Jeff didn't have anything he could have done either. He was locking it down. That's just unfortunate for all of them. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Looks like Jimmy lost his bumper there as well.
Hey, Will or Brian, can you just assess the damage on the front of my car for me? Yep, I'll take a look. From my view, you're missing a lot of your front end.
We still got the front group going at it. We kind of ruined the little group we had going on here, but we still got 3 of them fairly close together. See if Tiago can make a move on Raphael here.
Got a slow down?
Oh no, Raphael got a slow down. That's just going to give the position to Tiago. It's nice of him to call it out, though. It looks like Jeff Oaks had to jump to pits for his damage. It's probably too early to do a single pit stop with fuel, as we limit it to 50%.
I assume my voice went through when Jimmy asked that question.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
He never did reply, did he?
No. Like, it's pretty crunched, brother.
It looked like it fell off in the replay. Unless that was a rear bumper. I don't know. I saw something fall off. Let's go have a look at the leaders. They're still packed up together there. Looks like they've been slowly leaving Jolie behind, who's just kind of on an island by himself currently. This may be a shakeup for the amateur points here with Logan and Joe both. I don't think Logan's really been in any incident, but he's back in 13th currently. With and then Jeff Oaks just had that incident and had to go to pits. He's probably going to have to pit a second time, which is pretty much going to put him out for any amount of real amount of points. Looks like the rest of the field is kind of separating out now. Let's go to, instead of gap, let's put up interval here. Front pack just staying super consistent. Nobody's really running away from anyone else.
I'm not sure how Jimmy's wrangling that thing around track like he has been.
Yeah, let's have a look at Jimmy real quick. Yeah, he is missing the front bumper. He's probably going to be missing a bunch of front end downforce. Although, I mean, I don't know how accurate the damage model is to what you can see, but the front splitter is still there. It's just really smashed up, but the whole front bumper's gone.
I don't know how a carbon fiber splitter bends.
Yeah, that's just iRacing. Everything's metal in iRacing. For damage model anyways, everything's metal and just crumples. It kind of looks cool, but yeah, that's definitely not how that works. Well, we got Mark Rondell catching up to, or not Mark Rondell, Tiago catching up to Mark Rondell. Rondeau, I guess. Not. I think I always say Dow, but I think it's just Doe.
From what I understand, it's just Rondo.
Yeah. I don't know why I say Dow, just kind of out of nowhere.
It's your crappy Kansas accent.
It must be. Yeah, Tiago's right on him. He's going to go try the inside here. Whoa. He wasn't quite there. I almost thought, with that camera angle, I almost thought he was going to get spun coming across Tiago's nose, but there was still a decent gap there. Raphael with a little bit of a slip there at the end, coming out of the corner. Tiago's all over him, but he can't quite get there yet. He's going to be on the inside for this one. If he can get the nose, can't quite get the nose in. Rondell's going to run away from him here. I noticed, but kind of also didn't notice at the same time that Tiago's back in the Mercedes, which I like to see. I'll give props to anyone not running a Porsche or a BMW.
Yep, he's in the Latifi mobile.
But as a lot of people, anybody outside our community probably doesn't know, almost everyone that runs a Porsche in here is part of the PCA. So they own a Porsche, they race Porsches online. It's just kind of what they do. Well, Mark's definitely holding his own against Tiago. He is running in 6th overall and second in AMs. I don't know if he's catching. I don't think he's really catching Jolie. I think they're staying about the same. We'll have to keep an eye on that. There's a decent gap there. Anyways, he's going to have a lot to make up to get to him. Did something happen to Sean? He fell off of Richard. We got a 2.5 second gap there now. I don't see any logs for Sean.
He got a slowdown on lap 8.
Oh, he had a slowdown. Okay. That would explain it.
I guess my logs are doing better than your logs.
Yeah, the SDK ones aren't quite as specific. If I had another monitor on my desk, I could have both of them open, which would be nice.
Also, that incident happened over 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. That's only like a lap and a half ago, though. Yeah, it's definitely not on my list. That's for sure. You know, Richard following Morgan around. I don't know if he has the speed to get to him and get past him. Sean has closed up the gap a bit from where he was. He was about 2.5 back, and now he's only about 2. At least from Richard. So he may be able to catch back up to him. And we still have pit stops to go. So no telling what happens in there. That seems to always shake things up. Oh, I see Tiago crashed on the report. What's going on there? Oh, is it the Merc being twitchy under braking again? Maybe. Did he go too far inside the corner there? Let's have a little, where's the button? There it is. Have a look from chase cam here. It almost looked like he went too far inside and got a little bit of grass. But it's hard to tell from the angle. Oh, yeah, he did. Went too far inside. The rear tire caught some grass and threw him around. Tiago's been having a rough season. Sean already almost another half second. Well, he's dropping off a little now. I was going to say almost another half second up to Richard. He's well under 2 seconds now anyways. He's slowly gaining on him. I think he's going to be back up there and fighting shortly. if both their current paces keep going.
I just saw Francis
That's-
dive into the pits, but I don't know if that commit line's as strict as Fuji.
Yeah, I
He
just
definitely
saw
went
that
over the commit.
him and Jimmy were super close together, and they were on 2 separate roads.
I guess we'll find out when he pits out.
Yeah, we'll see if he sits here for 40 seconds. Looked like he had a little bit of damage he fixed. I saw the bumper pop out there. And it's close enough to the middle of the race. Maybe either he wanted to pit early, or maybe he wanted to get that little bit of damage fixed before he went back out. So he should be good to go the rest of the race.
21.8.
Yep, so normal pit stop time. I assume he's good to go.
Yep, no flag. Not as strict as Fuji.
And Sean is now under a second from Richard. But also Morgan's got away from Richard a bit. I wonder if something happened to Richard there while we were
Off track lap 11.
watching stuff.
I don't see anything too different in the sector times.
But basically just 2 laps ago, maybe 3, Sean was, they're starting another one now, maybe 3 laps ago, Sean was 2.5 seconds out, and now he's within a half second. He is moving, making up this time. Looks like Tiago's going into the pits. We got Andrew Storzum and Brandon Dooley having a little battle here. Andrew looks like he goes a little wide, but the gap maintains. Oh, I love hearing that Merc go by. I think these two are usually fairly well matched. So it'll be interesting to see what plays out here. Andrew's had a little bit of a rough season compared to other seasons I've seen him in. But they should be fairly well matched in driving skill. Oh, I see Logan crashed a little bit ago. Have a quick look at that. Looks like it's going to be a self-spin. I don't see anybody else around. Oh, it's almost like it went a little hot into that corner because he was on the outside of it. And Tiago just sneaking through there. Oh, we got Andrew in the pits. Jimmy coming in the pits. He's going to get his stuff repaired. And he's going to be, I bet he's going to be out on a mission after this car is fixed. He's stopped in his pit box and his tires are still spinning. Oh, there they stopped. The car was lifted up and the rears were still spinning. Oh, we got Sean right on Richard Hibbs. Looks like he's going to try to sneak up the right side. Didn't quite there. These guys are probably going to be racing super close. Sean's probably yelling. Oh, he's flashing the lights. He's probably yelling, "Let me around and maybe we can catch Morgan. Let me around, I'll drag you to him."
Where's Chris?
I'm kind of surprised he doesn't just go in the pits. If he thinks Richard is slowing him down at all, he could just as easily go in the pits and give a undercut and get out of the traffic. Maybe make up some time on Morgan. Looks like we got Raphael going into the pits. Currently, the top 7 have not pit. Ryan kind of falling back off a little bit there. We are past halfway through the race. I wonder if Richard just gathered his thoughts and I don't know if he's watching the mirror at all, but I would assume he's focusing on what he's going to do. Sean's going to go into the pits. Going to try for that undercut. Let's see how long of a pit stop he has. Most everyone's around 13 to 15 seconds with a total pit lane time of 41 to 43. Currently no real close races going on. Oh, great camera. Look, okay. There's no good cameras for his pit box. All right, here we go. So he had a 13.4 fastest pit time I see for an actual pit stop, and fastest pit lane time overall as well. This could make up some time to Morgan and possibly give him the position on Richard, depending on how their pit stops go. Also looks like he's out with clean air in front of him. I don't see anyone in front of him. So he's going to be able to just buckle in and focus and make up some time. This could be dangerous for Richard and Morgan. Oh, we got Morgan coming into the pits. Man, they must not care at all about pit lane entry. Everybody's crossing over the red and white stripes. All right, so we got Morgan and Richard coming in. Let's see what these pit lane times are like. They're going to be wanting to be close to Sean's time, I would assume, as Sean's was still currently the fastest total pit lane time we have. I assume they're taking tires since the cars are off the ground. Oh, both with pretty decent times. Sean's is still faster. His total pit lane time is about a half second faster. Where does that put him at? Oh, he's right back into the battle with Richard. He might be able to get Richard here. He's working that nose in. Oh, he's got the inside. I think he's going to be able to have him. Richard's going to have the inside for the next corner. Sean will have inside next. Yeah, inside next. He gets around the nose. Can he hold it? I'm sure he'll hold it going in here. That's not a passing zone there. So Sean just barely squeaks out, taking that position back. We still have Jolie, Skyler, and Mark Rondeau ready to, still needs to pit. So they're running 1, 2, 3 currently, as they have not pit. Oh, and it looks like Richard has fallen off of Sean a bit. I wonder if he had a little oopsie or a little off track there.
Nothing on my log.
Because he's just suddenly 2.5 back. Now it's all up to Sean to see if he can catch up to Morgan and do something with him. Maybe we'll finally get to see that big Sean Morgan battle at the end of the race that we always think we're going to see and then never happens. Jolie and Mark Rondeau in the pits. Skyler's still out. Got a little bit of traffic in front of him. Looks like he's going to get around clean. I'd assume he's almost got to be running on fumes here. Wait, Richard Hibbs crashed. What happened?
Little slide.
Gonna be a self spin. Oh, yep. Oh, that's super disappointing. I mean, he's still holding on to third place. That's got to be heartbreaking to have the leaders or the P1 and 2 drive off like that, knowing there's basically no chance you're ever gonna catch him again. There we go. There's Skyler going into the pits. And Sean is within striking distance of Morgan. And we got about 10 minutes, 12 minutes to go. Let's get the Morgan and Sean show started here. Hopefully this battle actually works out this time. Get Some said he missed it. He missed the start. I missed the start too. Broadcast started a little bit into the sprint race. All right, leaders don't do anything right now. We're gonna go check on some other races going on. Mark Rondeau's right on the rear of Raphael. Being in the AM class here, looking to try to pass one of the pros. Rondeau can definitely be fast. He's gotten more consistent through the season. He had kind of a rough start to the season, but he could throw in some fast lap times. Just never seemed to be able to finish a race well. The last few races, he's definitely been picking it up, get more in the flow. Looks like he's going to go up the inside here. Going to take it from Raphael, putting him in ninth. Currently the second P2 for the amateurs, with Joe Lee still way up there in fourth. Yeah, we got Jimmy back tonight. Get some. He's had a unlucky incident earlier. He got somebody spun in front of him, and it was a controlled. He locked down the spin. It was a controlled spin, and Jimmy, both of them just had nowhere to go. Lost his front bumper. All right, well, Mark got around, passed, and we got Sean right on the tail of Morgan again. Now he's got less than 10 minutes to go. Oh, almost gets a fender on him coming into the outside of that corner. I bet he has Morgan sweating bullets right now. And show the nose on the inside there. Comes back to the outside to make a nice wide corner. Just shows the kind of skills he has. Seems like Morgan gets away from him a little bit in that first sector. Have a look at the time deltas here. They're a little goofy with that big long one because of the pits, but there is almost nothing in the last few laps. Oh wait, that's him and Hibbs. Gotta click up here. There we go. Let's go back to the time delta. Hello? Time delta? Battle box? No? It's just not showing now. Okay. Well, we'll just look at the lap times then. 15 and 16 are the pitting laps, so they don't really count. But other than that, Sean gained a bunch on that lap 17, and last couple laps they've been fairly even. See what it is when they come across the line here.
Jeff, if I'm holding you up, just let me know.
Sean lost a little bit on him on that one.
Oh, no, not at all, buddy. I'm not trying to get by.
10.3 gap. 10.3 to who? Oh, to Hibbs, yeah. Yep, it sure is. Richard was right there with him, but then he had a bit of a... He wasn't a full spin, but he went completely sideways and had to recover the car, so they drove off. Otherwise, Richard would still be up there with him.
That one, buddy.
I don't know if Jeff realizes he has a black flag he has to serve.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he hit the incident limit.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yep, looks like he's entering pits. I hope it's in time.
Hey, you get 3 laps, so I'm sure.
Yeah, he crossed the line, so it'll count. I'm going to watch him so we don't end up in the same scenario we did last time.
They must have had or Morgan must have had a pretty hot lap. That last lap. They had a 54.7 where Sean had a 55.1.
Awesome, Jeff got it cleared.
Which is almost Morgan's best lap. So yeah, he was moving that last lap. That's why the gap opened up like it did. Five minutes left to go. I don't see any other races going on around track. Everybody's like over 2 seconds apart besides these two. So I guess we'll just keep the camera focused here.
Oh, Tiago just got black flagged.
Oh no, what did he get black flag for?
Incident limit.
Oh man. Wonder if this track's rough for the 1Xs.
It very well could be.
I've only raced here a couple of times. I don't remember the 1Xs being bad, but it's been a while, so.
It's probably the curb zones where you can go past them a little bit, but if
Yeah,
you go too far past them,
could be. So far, Morgan's pretty well holding the gap. Sean might be gaining a little. Oh, yeah, he's gaining a little bit through that section. But it's kind of just evening back out. Yeah, Tiago's had a rough season this season. He's a real good fast driver. He's just, in this particular series, he's had a rough time. Well, Sean's got it back down to a half second. See if he can hold on to it here.
the Beamer seems to work really well in the draft. I don't know if that's true or not, but he certainly gains a ton.
Yeah, down that straight. Gained a decent amount under braking there. He's slowly but surely reeling him in. Okay, so they're coming across the line now. We should be 2 to go, I believe. Because we got 2 minutes to finish this lap. So we are 2 to go. Sean's trying to make a move on the outside into T1. Morgan holds it. They stay off of each other, giving each other space. Squeezes through on the inside through the next turn. He'll more than likely hold it here. No, Morgan's trying to strike back. Gets the run on the outside. Is he going to hold on to it? A little tiny bit of netcode tap there. I saw there was still a gap. Oh, they're side by side. It's finally happening. Our race is happening. God, they're so close together. Sean takes it from him there. What's going to happen coming down into this Banks turn? Oh, Morgan's right there. He's not letting him get away. Just a little bit of a gap opened up.
I heard a car blow up somewhere.
Oh, I see Andrew crashed. Oh, Sean opened up the gap to a half a second. All right, this is going to be white flag. Can Morgan strike back? He's got about a half second to make up on him, to get to him and pass him. If there's anywhere he can gain on him, it's here, I believe. It seemed like Morgan was always a little bit had the edge at the beginning of the lap. I don't know how consistent that really is. That seemed to be how it played out earlier. Currently, Sean's just kind of slowly walking away. Looks like the clouds came out. Track's all nice and dark. Yep, Sean's up to 7/10 out in the front. Hey, Ryan's in the chat. Yeah, we're finally getting the Sean. We finally got the Sean and Morgan showdown that we've been waiting for 2 seasons. It finally happened. I think Sean's gonna have it. They're coming around to the end here. A little nice and easy chicane, not the bad one. They come around the last turn. Sean's gonna hold it about a half second out in front and takes the win. Morgan coming in P2. What a great race.
Thanks, Morgan.
Here comes Richard across the line for P3. Joe Lee
Was a bit forceful
coming across
lap there.
as the in P4 as the top amateur. It's a great race to him. Skyler up in the top again. It's good to see Skyler up there. He had a rough start to the season, but the last couple races he's been striking back. Brandon Dooley comes in 6th.
I will just be sure to do
Mark
the same next
Rondeau
time.
in P2
Yeah,
7th.
I expected.
Andrew Storsum crosses the line in 8th. Raphael in 9th.
A lot of fun trying to catch.
Tiago stays in the top 10th
Thanks,
after
guys.
having some just
Overall,
kind of bad luck.
Pretty
Jimmy
good.
Hayden
Missed the apex
finishing
there
in
on,
11th with
this
some
corner here.
really bad luck that had
And,
nothing to do with him.
Yeah, more than I would have liked.
Just getting caught. Stephen Kelly's going to be coming around in 12th. We got Rashana coming around in 13th. Or wait, he's already finished. Ken's finished. Jeff's still coming around. Jimmy allowing Sean to win. I don't know about that. Jimmy's good, but I don't know about that. Looks like we just have Austin Lauder coming around. Mark's already parked. Jolie's still out. Who's the third place amateur? Rashana. Rashana's the third place am.
Yeah, he grinded that one out pretty hard.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, let me think this. Did he where's he on track? Wait, he's not on track. But, oh, no, my camera. My camera messed up there. They're coming around. Oh, he's going down. I wasn't quick enough to call him out. He's going down pit road. Joe Lee's out there, though. You guys can see if they line up. Where's Sean at? Ah, there he is. Wait for them to line up. We'll get our little screenshot here. That'll work. And Jolie's back there. All right, that'll work. Thanks, guys.
You did make it.
Yep, broadcast started a couple laps into the sprint race. Oh. Get this fixed here. There we go. All right, now let's bring up the results. I didn't have time. We started the broadcast late because I had some stuff going on. I didn't have time to put in points, so we don't have any points to look at right now. But I can tell you, more than likely, the amateurs are going to have a shakeup because both of the top runners are 15th and 18th overall today. And Jolie has been kicking some ace, so he might be jumping up the points there. Oh, those are the Heat 1 results. I always do that. I always forget to click the feature ones. We're professionals over here. Also didn't make the music go again. Oh, about right there. There we go. There we go. Production value. Yay. So there's our feature results. We got Sean taking P1, Morgan P2, Richard Hibbs P3, Jolie in P4 with as our first amateur. Skylar in P5, good to see him up there. Brandon Dooley 6th, Mark Rondeau 7th, Andrew Storzum 8th, Raphael Olivier at 9th, and Tiago rounding out the top 10. We will have a little look-see in Discord and see if we can bring anybody for some interviews here. We'll grab Richard Hibbs here.
Could have been
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Richard.
How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. Had a pretty solid race going there.
Yeah, and then I felt like I should have adjusted brake bias, and then I didn't, and then I paid for it.
Ah, yeah, you had a little moment. At least you didn't go all the way around, but it was well, I was saying in the broadcast, that's got to be kind of heartbreaking to be up there the whole time and then just see him drive off.
Yeah, I took front tires in the stop. Morgan didn't take any, and I don't know if Sean took any, but the balance just went away from me, and I was still trying to adjust for it and try to push so that I could keep up with them, and I just lost it because I wasn't used to it yet.
Just a little unbalanced. Well, that's unfortunate, but still P3. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would have loved to see all three of you guys battle it out at the end, because I mean, you were right there all through the sprint race and pretty much through all the feature.
Yeah, I being right up behind Morgan, I overheated my tires pretty bad, just right up behind him. And it fell off a couple laps before the stop, so that's why I was more in wanting to take fronts just to get the tire temp back down, and then it didn't feel like it should have after. I did a test last night, and on half set it was a really good balance, and tonight it wasn't there. I don't know if the track temp was different or something.
Oh,
but it
yeah,
just wasn't the same.
Well,
also number of cars on the track being different too. The track gripped up different.
yeah, that is true. It'll heat up different with how they do their stuff. Well, I guess congrats on the P3, and we got one more race to go. I know everybody's kind of fairly close up there in the points. We'll see how
Morgan's got a 0 and Sean's got 2 zeros. So my stuff will take a bit more of a hit because I've done every race. So
Yep. All right. Well,
anyways, thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for having a chat. Hey, Morgan.
Hey there.
That was quite the race.
Yeah.
It was good to see you guys battling up there. We had some pretty good racing all through the race, but that lead pack was just close the entire time.
Yeah, this track's usually pretty tight like that. But you know, it's a place where you just gotta manage tire wear because it's just brutal on the tires. I only took fronts and kind of regretting not taking full set.
Oh yeah, Richard was saying as well. He took fronts and he said mostly just to get tires that weren't too hot, more than anything.
Yeah.
So I guess it's been a long time since I've driven this track. I don't know that I've done any long races in this track, so I didn't realize that the tire wear was such an issue here.
Yeah, but you know, other than that, just had a good time. I mean, as always, it's fun to race here. Gave Sean a chance to get close at the end, and he came out on top, so shout out to him. But yeah, just tried to run as clean as possible. I didn't get my 2 incident points until I think it was the next to last lap, and then the lap that I was side by side with Sean.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did see a little bit of, I mean, you guys are real close, but there was a little bit of net code where there was still a gap and the cars kind of moved, but it was very graceful at least. Nobody got shoved out.
Yeah, I'm just glad it stayed on the track. Force feedback felt like I was getting shoved off, but
Yeah, probably so.
it's
I wouldn't doubt that.
it's all good.
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as I know, I haven't looked at the points too closely, but as far as I know, as long as you finish, I don't know, top 3 or something like that, you probably have it for the championship for the points.
Potentially. I haven't looked crazy hard at it either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just know last time I interviewed Sean, he was saying that even if he gets first in both races, I think if you come in right behind him, you still have it. But I guess we'll see how that shakes out. I was late starting the broadcast, so I didn't have time to get all the points together and everything. But I guess yeah, congrats on the P2, and we'll look forward to hopefully seeing you at Monza next week. That should be a good one.
Oh yeah, man. I'll be there.
All right. Well, thanks for the chat.
Hey, anytime. Thanks for the broadcast. Catch you next time.
See you. All right, we'll grab Sean here. Hey, Sean.
Howdy.
Well, that was quite the race we had going on at the end. I know you had a slowdown, kind of. I don't know if it was early, but kind of early on in the race, where you had to drop back a bit. But you seem to be able to get that time back fairly quickly.
Yeah, I was sitting in the draft in the dirty air saving fuel, and I was keeping general pace with them. And then I got that slowdown, and I had fallen off I think I was like 2.5 seconds off the lead at one point, and you know, I was just hammered down, like pushing as hard as I could, and I think, you know, Morgan saw that I fell off the back, so he started pushing, and the gap to Richard grew a little bit, so they weren't working together.
Mm-hmm.
And I just caught a whiff of Richard's draft, and it pulled me back into his bumper. And 2 cars working together with the aero push you know, is faster down the straights. So
Yeah.
we started pulling Morgan in, but then Richard started making a few mistakes and we started losing time again. So I made the call to pit early, try and undercut. But...
Yep, I was waiting to see that coming because you were right on him there for about a whole lap, and then it wasn't much of a gap at all, but there was a little bit of a gap opened up, and then it's like, yep. When I saw you coming down the pits, I was like, yep, that looks like the right call.
Yeah, the gap opened up because I was setting up my pit stop because I forgot to do that on the grid. So I was driving the lap, clicking buttons through the black box, and I looked up and I was like, crap, I let half a second on. But no, it was good. I think I made the right decisions throughout the whole race. I was patient when I needed to be, and I was decisive when I needed to be. I made a few small errors, here and there with the slowdown and in the arena section after I passed Morgan the first time, letting him, back to my door, but and in T5, roughing him up a little bit, but all in all, I think I called the race strategically pretty well, and I think I drove pretty well. It was a fight coming through.
How were the tires for you?
I took 2 at the stop. I took lefts.
You took sides. Okay.
Yeah.
Both
took left front,
Morgan
left
and
rear.
Richard took fronts.
They took fronts. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I hadn't done any testing. I did some finagling with my pedals, so I hadn't driven at all since the last race. But my clutch pedal is now my gas pedal, so it doesn't flicker anymore. But it's a lot stiffer, so it was taking me a little bit to get used to in the practice session. But so I hadn't done any testing with it, and I was like, it's a clockwise circuit. There's a lot of high-speed corners.
Yeah.
I just took a guess that the lefts were going to be more important, and yeah, I'm looking at them now. I think I finished the race with 57% on the right front was my worst tire, and 82 on the left front.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I didn't realize until they were talking about the tires. I didn't realize tires were going to be much of an issue at this track. So that was interesting to see.
So with all the high speed and medium speed sweeping corners, it puts a lot of load into them.
Yeah, that's true. There's not a lot of braking and, tight, slow corners. I guess it is all kind of higher speed stuff. Yep. High grip. Well, congrats on the P1, and we finally got to see the Sean and Morgan battle we've been waiting for, which was cool.
I was sweating my balls off. No, it was fun racing them. I wish I didn't make that first mistake, because I got the overtake done in the arena section.
Oh yeah.
But I let him back in, and we battled it through the next 2 corners, and it's the second to last lap. If I didn't stick my nose in there, if I gave up that corner, then I would have given up the race. So, I made the decision to go aggressive, and I overcooked it a little bit. I apologize to Morgan for rubbing him up a little bit, but the championship is over, but I still wanna race, So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Made the decision to go for it and sent it, and got it done. So.
Well, congrats on taking the win, and hopefully we'll see you next week at Monza.
Yeah, season finale, right?
Yep.
Yeah, should be fun.
Should be a good one.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Have a good one.
All right, so that's going to do it for us. We got the feature results up there. They've been up there. Everybody can see that. We know what they are. But next week, we're going to be going to Monza, as we're talking about. Should be a good one. Not looking forward to T1 chicane. There may be some incidents going on there. It can be very sketch, as it's super hard braking, super tight, about as tight as they get, with no room to run off. But we'll have the season finale there and see how things shake up. Thanks for watching.